Yar, me hearties, and welcome back to our Parents' Guides. Today we're looking at Ubisoft Montreal / Abstergo Entertainment's title, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Given the rapid onset of boredom in the Assassin's Creed series, this is one which we never got our hands on, but with it being free on Xbox Live Gold membership a couple of months ago, we thought we'd give it a go.
How wrong could we have been? If there is one thing this title certainly is not, it's boring. With plenty to do throughout the game, it's unlikely that we'll manage to fit all the aspects in here, but we're certainly going to cover our favourite parts of the game, and as ever, we'll let you know our verdict.
It might just be my penchant for privateers which drives my love for Black Flag, but this has made its way into my all-time greats list. With the usual Assassin's Creed gameplay being sandwiched into a 1700s Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption, there's also the modern day aspect, as you walk around Abstergo Industries in the first person, hacking your colleagues' computers to unlock an even darker secret.
A strong story guides you through Edward Kenway's adventure, and as well as the usual Templars and Assassins, you'll find yourself among a whole horde of real-life big names, from Stede Bonnet to Mary Read and Blackbeard himself. Adding these to some of the real-world locations you'll be calling in along the way really fleshes out the action.
Repetition was a very sore point for me in the last Assassin's Creed games. Eventually, each got to the point where the tedium overcame the fun, but with so many different exploits available in Black Flag, it's hard to get bored. The assassination side quests remain, but are joined by many others. Whether you want to go diving on old wrecks, harpooning, or even just sailing around the seven seas, listening to shanties while you blow seven hells out of Spanish ships, it's all there.
Having a Welsh protagonist, I'm sure blowing up the English ships is just as enjoyable, but even that isn't the end of it. Commanding your own fleet opens up a whole new game of cross-Atlantic trading, and you'll have to capture other ships in open battle on the ocean waves if you want to be able to do it effectively. The changing weather can really affect these battles as well, as with waves as high as your masts, it becomes a strategic affair of hide and shoot.
This truly is a great game, and there's even more to it than we could do justice within the few minutes we have on here. But it's been officially rated by PEGI at 18, and here's how we run down the PEGI warnings for Black Flag. We can see on the back of the box that it contains violence, bad language and online gameplay, but as usual, we'll go through the whole list for you here.
Violence, 9 out of 10. The violence in the game can be pretty bloody at times, and as you'd expect from a game centred around piracy, it's pretty non-stop. The ship battles aren't too bad, but it gets up close and personal often, and you'll see throat slitting and face stabbing among other animations.
Language, 8 out of 10. It's not in every sentence, but bad language is scattered throughout the gameplay and cutscenes. Expect everything from small cursing to the kind of language you'd expect from a salty sailor. Certainly it's not something for young ears.
Online and discrimination, 6 out of 10. The game covers the subject of discrimination thoroughly. Though it is historically accurate, with slavery being the big thing in the 18th century, it can show acts which you don't want your young ones seeing. In some ways, life outside the jackdaw is the perfect example of what not to do, but don't expect your kids to know that. The online mode, as ever, is a chance for your young ones to interact with other users. Again, it's the language you have to watch out for.
Drugs, sex and gambling all have 4 out of 10. There's nothing really to worry about, but being a game about rambunctious pirates, the rum will flow and there will be some mild sexual content, although no private areas are shown themselves. Gambling is a way of life through this title. It's a small side game which you can wager on when kicking back in the tavern.
Lastly, fear has 2 out of 10. Nothing really to worry about, but getting attacked is never a happy moment.
So again, not one which we'd like to say is for anybody under the age on the box. However, those of us who are above the limit, it's certainly worth picking up right now. There's just so much in this game which makes it worthwhile. The only minus point it picks up is that with all free running games, you can look a bit weird at times. What you doing, Captain? Me? Nothing. Just chilling.
Graphics, 8 out of 10. Even on the older generation consoles, this game is nice to look at, with decent looks even on calm seas and some great effects when storms kick up on the ocean waves. Story, 8 out of 10. It's not the most gripping, and there's a lot of fun to be had by ignoring the story and carrying on with side quests. However, it's a strong offering, and the inclusion of real-life privateers turned pirates is very welcome.
Sound, 10 out of 10. The sound is my favourite thing about this game. As well as the usual effects, which are done well, there are many different reasons it gets full marks. Outside taverns you'll find a band playing period music which is well selected. My favourite aspect though is on the open seas. It could have just been left with a background melody. However, in Black Flag, once you hit the ocean waves, your crew will serenade you with some notable shanties from through the ages. You can, if you wish, tell them to shut up, but I say let them sing and sail away.
Replayability, 9 out of 10. Sometimes, games like this can become stale and boring, but here we have so many options for side quests and little bits to pick up here and there that you can come back again and again. Whether it's diving on wrecks offshore to salvage more booty, or solving Mayan statues to unlock hidden locations, there's something to keep you entertained, even if you just ride the ocean waves.
Satisfaction 10 out of 10. One of my favourite games in the last decade, and I'm a little sorry that I didn't pick it up on release. There's just so much in this title, and it really gives you value for your money. As ever, we'd advise that you follow the PEGI rating, but for those over 18, it's a definite winner.
So that's all from us today. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with us and the 4 flashbacks we have on the way. As ever, we've been Pixel Bandits, and you've been awesome. Yo ho, my hearties, yo ho.